undeniable fact about the Obiano-led administration is that no other administration in the history of Anambra State has given more attention to the youth, especially in the area of representation in government, skills acquisition, youth empowerment, and job creation. Another verifiable fact is that in 2016, Governor Obiano appointed the youngest commissioner in Nigeria, and the youths make up 55% of government appointees in this administration. Never in recent times has this happened.
In terms of employment, he's done so well. If you look at them, over 300 youths are road sweepers. In terms of road maintenance, we have over 300 of them in road maintenance. In the traffic management in Anambra State, through the agency called ATMA, he has employed up to 350 of them. In our Ocha Brigade, he's employed over 500 of youths. When if you look at his political appointments, we have over 50% of youths as political appointees.
To productively and positively engage the youth in the state, Governor Obiano repositioned the Ministry of Youth Entrepreneurship and Sports Development. This ministry, among other things, has created a framework which will train, retrain, and empower the youth in diverse vocations, producing a pool of skilled and semi-skilled workforce, making them either employers of labor or employable in the many industries that has been attracted by Obiano's favorable economic policies.
The focus is to, first of all, to remove the youths from all these vices, to remove them off the streets and make them useful, groom them properly, and let them have a new focus on what an upcoming youth should be, and what the state requires of them to grow up, to be able to function properly and take up the mantle of leadership when some of us would have left the saddle.
In 2015, at the Technology Incubation Center, Newi, Governor Willie Obiano commenced the State Youth Skill Acquisition and Empowerment Scheme program. The first batch of the youths were trained in ICT, soap making, spare parts fabrication, and production of car wash liquids and detergents, amongst others. The youths were selected from 21 local government areas of the state. All the skill acquisition programs are fully funded by the state government. At the end of the incubation period, which ranges from 3 weeks to 6 months or more, depending on the skill acquired or trade, the trainees would be given certificates of technology entrepreneurship bearing the insignia of the Technology Incubation Center and the National Board for Technology Incubation. Governor Obiano showed more commitment to youth development when in 2016, 150 youth were again chosen and admitted into the Federal Youth Center, Mbaku, Awka North local government area. In 2017, Governor Willie Obiano restated his resolve towards developing the youths of Anambra through getting every one of them gainfully engaged. The ministry commenced yet another phase of its youth empowerment program. Flagging off the program, the ministry invited resource persons who give lectures on productivity, accountability, and methodology. Also present was a representative of the CBN, which signified the beginning of a new partnership with Nigeria's Apex Bank to further train and provide funding for the participants.
All I need for the young people to do is to agree that they want to be part of the program. We do entrepreneurship. So the difference is that skill is skill. Skill is farming. Skill is fishery. Skill is poultry. Entrepreneurship is the business of all of them. It's all you need to do now is to manage that skill to earn money for yourself.
Other dignitaries who graced the event were the Managing Director of Anambra State Small Business Agency, Chief Clement Chukwuka, Coordinator, Southeast Entrepreneurship Development, Mr. Osita Anyemeka, State Coordinator, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAM, among others.
So what is the missing link between being trained and making sure that you succeed? They have to do with your character, your personality, your perceptions about life.
The program, which is fully funded by government, lasted for 2 weeks. No less than 200 youths were trained in various vocations such as confectionery, phone repair, solar power and inverter production, plaster of Paris (POP), interlocking tile production, fish hatchery and hair making, makeup, special effects, shoemaking, etc.
It's a privilege and also a great experience for me to be here and also be part of what is going on, because it's a way of expanding my value and being of good to the entire society. This kind of program, and a extensive one at that, youth will be busy doing something, and at the end the output will be of a great favorable to them. So it's a great impact, and a kudos to our great governor.
It has been my dream, to acquire these skills and also to establish it. I see this program as a pathway for youth to establish their career. Those who are less privileged to have the money to be trained. I think that this is the perfect way to establish youth and to maintain the equality in society.
After the conclusion of the training program, interested trainees were provided a workspace within the ministry's premises to apply their new skills in shoemaking, clutch bags, and other items.
But providing this space gives us the ample opportunity to come around here, try to do things on our own, just like you say. If not that this space was given to us, I think most of them must be at home sleeping or just doing other things. But here, we can just come around, try to do something, create something new outside what we've been taught already. And today I'm so happy I know how to sew my shoes, I know how to do a lot of things. So here, it really made me to learn more outside what I've taught in the camp. Like this way, after doing it, I can sell it. It's my money. And the bags, when people see me wearing it, they ask for it and I produce it for them. I also do slippers, using bead to beautify it too. When people see it, they ask me for it, I do it for them and they pay me. So I get money from it.
It's a thing of joy for me to be part of the youths trained by the state government. They impact the knowledge on me and my colleagues, and we are very proud to be employers of labor. So far so good. Financially, we are able to be feeding through it anyway. By the grace of God, it's paying. It's a business that pays.
With the springing up of new estates in Oka and other environs in the state, the ministry has begun the training of youths in plumbing and fittings in a bid to create a pool of young, well-trained plumbers in the state.
We are doing the training in order to keep ourselves self-employed and in order to make the society better for those that really want. And the government are willing to support us in order to provide this accommodation and the equipment and even the trainers to train us. Because we believe white-collar job is not everywhere. Like me personally, I love this plumbing in exception. So I believe that the governor really did a lot for the society. I don't believe if this alone is the work he did, he has done a lot for the state.
Aside providing jobs through the new investment in the state, and steadily providing training opportunities for the young people, the Obiano administration has made it easy for the Anambra, especially the youth, to access single-digit interest loans through the Anambra Small Business Agency, which is available to applicants to help them establish small-scale businesses in order to become self-reliant and employers of labor.
Those of them that we have trained in our various skill acquisition centers, we have a provision for them to access loan with ASBA. And thereafter, they submit their building plan to ASBA, MD ASBA, and he will give them the modalities and the requirements of ASBA. Thereafter, they will assess the loan. It is not a hard-to-reach loan. And the loan is almost a soft loan because it is a single-digit loan. I have an arrangement with CDC. It is an organization, an entrepreneurship organization affiliated with the central bank. They have a provision for giving loans to young entrepreneurs. But these young entrepreneurs, after their skill acquisition, will train with them for some months, 3 months. Thereafter, they will make the loans available. Already we have an arrangement.
Going by the spate of sports development currently going on in Anambra State, the Obiano administration is determined to use sporting activities to positively engage the youth.
His mission is to harness the budding talents in sports and also develop those budding talents to earn a living from it, and also to go to be international players like Anambra in the past had it so well in the sports sector. The governor wants to develop these children in this area so that they will become like J.J. Okocha, Pele, Maradona, and what have you. So in this area of sports, you can see the governor has done so well in all the areas of sports. It's not only football that is sports.
Recall that Governor Obiano, upon his assumption of office, initiated the Unity Cup, organized to galvanize unity among Anambra. Since then, the Unity Cup has brought together over 181 communities in Anambra State, thereby enhancing the discovery of numerous talents among our youths in soccer and other related sports activities. As an incentive, the winner of the Governor Obiano Unity Cup goes home with 1 million naira prize, while the second position takes home 500,000 naira and the third 300,000 naira. The Obiano-led administration has revived the age-long state schools football academicals with the aim of developing school sports and grooming talents that will fly the colors of the state in future sporting events, both at national and international levels.
Here in Anambra State, football is at its peak, like it was in the old. So our governor has resurrected every aspect of football in Anambra State.
Other competitions supported by the Obiano administration include the Traders Cup, which was held in 2015, 2016, and 2017. The Governor Willie Obiano administration hosted the first ever Southeast Volleyball Championship at the Chuba Ibazu Stadium, Onitsha. In his usual manner of rewarding excellence, Governor Willie Obiano, now the nation's pillar of sports, recognizes and decorates athletes that have made the state proud by winning medals in various competitions, home and abroad.
The federal government, seeing what the governor has been doing in sports, wrote a recommendation letter to him, commending him for the way he has been supporting sports in Anambra State and the way he has been sponsoring various competitions. They did not stop at that. They came back, nominated him, and honored him with the honor of Pillar of Sports in Nigeria because of what he has been doing in sports and what our children have been able to achieve by his support.
The Anambra contingent at the 2017 National Washu Kung Fu Open Championship won 12 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals, and was selected to represent Nigeria at the 6th African Wushu Championship in Cotonou, Benin Republic, where the state Wushu Kung Fu team came out victorious with 12 medals, 3 gold medals, 1 silver, and 8 bronze medals. In the 3rd edition of Zainab Sala Karate Championship in Lagos, Anambra State was overall best with 17 medals, 5 gold, 5 silver, and 7 bronze medals. In addition, the state karate team emerged overall first position in the KFN National Open Cadet Junior and Senior Championship with a record of 21 medals, 7 gold, 4 silver, and 10 bronze. At the 2nd National Youth Games in Ilorin, the Anambra State team performed excellently and came back with 18 medals, 7 gold, 3 silver, and 8 bronze medals. The Anambra State-sponsored Youth Fund Starlets, who are currently the Under-16 champions, went to represent Nigeria in Norway. In the 5th National Sports Festival held in Port Harcourt, Anambra won 39 gold, 48 silver, and 82 bronze medals. Encouraged by Governor Obiano, Anambra State Paralympic athletes competed keenly and brought back a gold medal and a bronze medal from the Paralympic Games. Partially responsible for the sporting success of Anambra State and Ndi Anambra in sporting activities that have taken the state to another level is the state government's program of periodically training coaches and sports officers in the state. The aim of training is to expose the coaches and sports officers to new sporting techniques in sports management, administration, and capacity building.
Our coach in Kung Fu is a grade 1 referee in Nigeria in Kung Fu. So when he went there, he officiated throughout the regional championship. That is the one that happened in Cotonou, the African Championship. All of them that officiated were actually given exams, and he excelled, and he was elevated to an international referee. And he is the first international referee in Kung Fu Nigeria ever had. So he's the first person in Nigeria. So that's so much strides for Anambra State.
The National Youth Service Corps Permanent Orientation Camp, which was relocated to Umuawolo Mbako by the previous administration, is now nearing completion as Governor Obiano, keeping his promise of continuity, has continued to allocate funds for its completion, so that youth corps serving in the state will have conducive facilities during their service.
Because this governor has everything good for these youths, and because he wants to showcase what the state is with respect to security of lives and property and the growth of our upcoming ones. The governor, in his wisdom, decided that the best thing to do is to provide a permanent place that is accessible with a good infrastructure. That's why he has put in every effort. In fact, the governor has done everything to make sure that within the shortest possible time that we'll have a permanent orientation camp for our youth.
It was original project of previous governments. And when he came in, he changed things to my own admiration, because the initial contract of that side, of that project, was buy, give receipts, and you'll be paid. There was no contract. But when Aboko took over from Peter Obi, he now capitalized contract. And he gave out the contract. The original designs, they are not, you don't see any story building there. When he came to flag off that project, and that was actually what did the job, he came and said, no, it's waste of land and probably not befitting for a state capital. that you want its story buildings, the hostels, and other facilities there. He gave that approval. So the essence of development of government is to develop the community. And that is why we talk about government. Obiano is doing it, of course.
Recently, Governor Obiano, in his usual manner of rewarding outstanding individuals, presented gifts to outstanding youth corps members and also gave automatic employment to outstanding corps members into the state civil service. Governor Willie Obiano's Youth Empowerment Program is a clear departure from the past when youth were only used to foment trouble in the state, especially during elections. While noting that the challenge of insecurity would remain insurmountable if youths are not meaningfully engaged, the present administration has continued to tackle all manner of crime and criminality by ensuring that youth acquire skills that will make them become self-reliant and by inculcating in the youth contemporary skills to combat the prevailing unemployment situation in the country.
Whatever talent one has, the governor believes the person should earn a living from that talent. So we do that so as to train them, continue to train them to get to greater heights and so that the sky becomes the beginning of their successes in life.
To any unbiased observer, it is obvious that the Anambra State government under the leadership of Governor Willie Obiano has done much more for the youth than any other administration in the near past. No wonder in some quarters they call him the youth-friendly governor. Indeed, he is youth-friendly.